Hello, this is Colin Watson with Loans for Heroes and 911hero.com, and I wanted to put together a brief video to show anyone who's thinking about buying a house right now or considering it or wondering if they should buy a house right now in today's marketplace, how you can buy your next home with as little as 1.5% down payment and pay little to no closing costs in the process. So let's go ahead and get started. What I'm going to cover here in this video is basically who is Loans for Heroes and what is our new Zero for Heroes program. How to reduce your down payment to less than 1.5% using the home buyer's tax credit, how to reduce your closing costs by 2% or eliminate them altogether, and how the new Zero for Hero mortgage program can save you in excess of $10,000 in closing costs, and how you can get a fixed rate mortgage under 5% without paying any points or origination fees. And how we're going to do that basically is first discuss big question on people's mind in this economy. Can I afford to buy a home in today's market? And my answer is, can you afford not to buy a home in today's market? I'm going to give you a few reasons why I think it's a key to opportunity for you to buy a home today versus waiting. And one of those reasons why you cannot afford to wait and buy a home is basically the median price home in California, for example, is around $375,000. It's actually a little bit less than that, but I wanted to round it off. And basically that's 40% down from what the prices were in 2008. That means the same home in 2008 would have cost you anywhere from $525,000 to $550,000. Also, one of our key reasons, number two, is that interest rates are lower than they've ever been. So basically, with interest rates under 5% for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage and the minimum down payment requirements from FHA being at 3.5% to a loan up to $729,000, with their credit qualifying being much easier for an FHA loan versus a conventional loan, and any and all this down payment could be given to you as a gift. This is a key time to put those two together. I want to discuss briefly the 2009-2010 home buyer's tax credit that can help you cover some of that down payment. And this is number three key reasons why you should consider buying a home right now. This tax credit was put out earlier this year and actually expired on November 30th and was extended by Congress because they realized that it was helping spark the economy and help people buy homes. Now, a lot of home buyers sat on the fence and didn't apply for the home buyer's cash credit or tax credit, and basically it ran out of time. So now they've extended it for another 4 months. So you have until April 30th with the contract signed. You can get up to $8,000 for a first-time home buyer, which means you haven't owned a property in the last 3 years. Or if you're a move-up buyer and you own an existing home and you've been in that home for 5 years, you can get up to $6,500 to help with your closing costs. When you use this tax credit for a median price home here in California, that can take up to 2%, cover up to 2% of your down payment, which means that your out-of-pocket expense would be less than 1.5%. I also want to discuss how you can reduce your closing costs by using the Zero for Heroes program. This is our key reason number four why now is a great time. We've extended our Zero for Heroes program, which was a pilot program that was launched after September 11th here, 2009, and ran through November of this year. We've also decided to extend it along with the home buyer's tax credit because together it's a very powerful combination. The Zero for Heroes program can save you thousands of dollars. Now, if you are a California hero and you purchase your next home through our 911 Hero program, you pay zero origination fees, zero admin fees, zero junk fees of any kind. And the reason why this is important, we have a one-time processing fee of $895, which is paid at closing and can be paid by any third party. So it's not necessarily an out-of-pocket expense to you. But with that flat fee, saves you thousands of dollars, and we're going to give you some real life examples how what that will look like. So if you were in law enforcement, fire and rescue, education, the medical field, military, or work with Homeland Security, that means airport security, airport police, TSA, you qualify for our program. You pay zero junk fees, zero origination fees, 0 points, zero miscellaneous fees of any kind. This could save you thousands of dollars. So we're going to show you how to combine all these together with the tax credit, along with the rock bottom prices and the record low interest rates, and how you can save a ton of money and buy your next home in the next 4 months for really cheap. So let's crunch some of the numbers. If we use that price of $375,000 and the down payment requirement through FHA of 3.5%, that'd be a $13,125 down payment. If you take that first-time home buyer's tax credit and you deduct that from the down payment required, that will leave you a remaining out-of-pocket down payment expense of $5,125. Now you take, so the reason why I say you're put down less than 1.5%, if you take $375,000 and you times it by 1.5%, that's $5,600. So you can see your $5,100 remaining down payment is less than 1.5% out of your pocket. Now, how you can save that using the Zero for Heroes program? Well, basically, closing costs are running 3.5% to 4% to purchase a home, which means not only do you have to have 3.5% down for your down payment, you also would have to have 3.5% to 4% for your closing costs, unless those are being covered by some third party, which means you would have to double the amount of your down payment to have in the bank, like $30,000 or plus for this particular purchase price, in order for you to be able to afford a home. A lot of people don't have that money cash available. Some of you may have it in your 401k, but let's show you how to utilize these programs and eliminate that $15,000 requirement. On the next video, we're going to talk about how we come up with these closing costs, what consists of the 4% in closing costs, and how we can utilize that and minimize them or eliminate them altogether and save you over $10,000 in closing costs and help you buy a house with 1.5% down and little to no closing costs. So stay tuned for video 2. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.